Kick-ass confidence for the woman who wants more passion, power, and personal style. Hello, beautifuls, and welcome back to Kick-Ass Confidence. I am Linda, your confidence coach, and I'm excited to talk with you again today. Thank you for spending time here with me. Thank you for taking time out wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and whatever it is that you are seeking to achieve and do and experience in life. It is easier with confidence. It's better with confidence. It's more effective, more efficient with confidence. The world is looking for confident, kind, successful, approachable, genuine, sincere, authentic women to do life with and to do business with. And so that's what we talk about here is confidence through the power of personal style. How to build a beautiful wardrobe on a budget, customized to your body language, at least your body shape, your lifestyle, and your profession. But secretly, how to fall in love with the woman in the mirror and how to harness the power of personal style. It is a 3-chord strand that is a powerful strategy for life. And thank you so much for your very sweet messages. Those who have been saying, I love your hair, and I found you on YouTube, and I found you on Instagram, and I just love your hair. I really appreciate that. I went gray at a very young age, at 27. And then I must have been about, 52 now? So 45-ish. When I decided just to stop highlighting it. And then I cut it all off, and oh my gosh, here it is, pure, unadulterated, 25 shades of gray. It was hiding under some of the blonde, some of the brown. And you decide where you go gray, because that is a very personal decision. For me, I am loving not spending all the time and the money on highlighting my hair every 6 weeks or so. It's a real mission. The time was the most expensive investment. And so thank you for your comments. Thank you also to those who send equally passionate messages in about, I hate your hair, I can't stand your hair. What are you trying to prove? What are you trying to say with that hairstyle? And by the way, and if you can't see me right now, you're going to want to jump online, probably is what you're doing right now, to see what does her hair look like. Today my hair is a bit of a hot mess because I'm growing it again. Yes, I like to play. Guess what? The word of the day is play. And guess what? Here's a secret about hair. It grows, my dear, it grows. So there is nothing quite as disappointing as seeing women with the same hairstyle year after year after year. In fact, there are women out there who will not cut their long hair because their beauty and their confidence is so wrapped around their hair. It's very sad, actually. What would happen if you cut your hair? I'm not saying you've got to cut it short like mine. What would happen? You cannot live dangerously like that. That is living on the edge. That if you have so wrapped your identity, your confidence, and your beauty around your hair, my love, you're in trouble. Trouble is catching up to you. This is not if you have long hair and it's beautiful and amazing. I would love to have long hair. I've got very super fine hair, so it doesn't work on me. But if you do, that's a blessing. Play with it. Do different things with it. Do not wrap your identity around your hair. That will rob you of your confidence as you get older. Getting older is a gift. It is a blessing. It is a privilege. It is not rude to ask a woman her age. That is just a worldly response to a worldly attack on your spirit of beauty. And so thank you to those who are saying, what are you trying to say with your hair? I'm trying to say it's mine. I'm trying to say that I like to play with different hairstyles. I like to say that I like to keep it fresh and stylish and modern. And sometimes it's in a bob. Sometimes it's long. Sometimes it's short. Sometimes it's up. Sometimes it's down. It swings and roundabouts. It's my hair. And it makes me, it's actually the mark of, one mark of confidence is a woman will wear her hair different ways. And she's not wrapped around her physical beauty. Her identity is not wrapped around that which is on the outside. At the same time, I do believe that beauty is inside and out. Saying it's only on the inside is just like saying, well, I'm going to get dressed up in the front only and keep the back naked because nobody sees me from the back. Honey, your beauty is inside and out. It is top, bottom, left and right. It is front. It is back. You are one ever-evolving, beautiful, spiritual creature. And so your spirit of beauty resides on the inside. It is at the core of who you are, but it has a way of showing up on the outside. And anybody with half a brain knows the science and the results behind enclothed cognition. What you wear, including your hair, has power over not just how others perceive you, but how you make your decisions. That's why it's called enclothed cognition. Go and do your own research. It's out there. It's powerful, beautiful evidence that fashion is a beautiful vehicle. It is a language all of its own. What you wear is either attracting or repelling people and opportunities. So you'd be crazy not to maximize the fact that we are all visual, and all human beings are drawn to a beautiful visual message. And that message is you. You don't have to be dripping in bling and high heels every day, although that is beautiful too. Sometimes it's just like I am today. It's really chilly where I am right now. I've got a nice thick, like blingy kind of sweater on. I've got a very fitted olive ribbed sweater underneath, like a very thick top. And I've got a little bit of bling, and I've got a dash of bold on my lips. And here I am. So you need to understand the power of personal style. You need to understand, especially as a woman, that it is a privilege and a gift to have a spirit of beauty that is inside and out. We have lived far too long in a world that has over-sexualized beauty, that has been celebrating skinny size zeros and the age of 28, and has been demonizing everything else. And so for that reason, what's our response? We've been trying so hard to catch up all these years. Now women are saying, you know what, screw that. I'm not going to dress up. I'm not going to make an effort. This is me, take it or leave it. Well, honey, they're leaving it, because what you wear screams on the outside. You are saying something without saying a word in terms of verbal communication. Your body language and your personal style is saying who is on the inside of this body. That's why I call it dress to connect. When you learn to dress on the outside in a way that reflects the woman on the inside, that is the most powerful style strategy on the planet. I had never come across it before, and I had spent years and years desperately trying to figure out, how do I connect the confidence on the outside, this image that I've created, because what I wore got me in the door from the age of 17. Go back and catch our first episode if you want to catch more of my story, and I'll share it with you from time to time. But that's all that I had. No job, no education, no car, no home, no money, no clue. But I did know how to dress, and what I wore got me in the door. But I was stuck with, how do I convert that confidence from the outside to the inside? A lot of women have the opposite problem. How do I do that? And I spent years and years and years researching, studying, exploring, and figuring it out. And figure it out I did. I have the recipe. There are ingredients. There is a methodology. It is called confidence through the power of personal style. And we as women need to be women. We as women need to celebrate our body, our boobs, our butts, our bellies, our upper arms, our everything that makes us women. We as women need to stop being part of the problem, which is, no, I won't dress up, and no, I'm not going to do that, and what you see is what you get, because guess what? That is saying on the outside, I'm lazy, I'm frumpy, I'm frustrated, I'm not going to make any effort, I have no attention to detail, no spirit of excellence, and take it or leave it. Well, that's why they're leaving it. That's why you're not attracting the man that you want to meet. That's why the opportunities that you think you are fit for are passing you by. That's why you are not being taken seriously, and it's why you're being overlooked. And your continuation, your commitment to yourself of dressing down and blending into the background is not doing you any favors. So be done with that already, okay? And I'm really glad that you are here. You are not catching this message today by mistake. You are here on purpose. I am here on purpose today. It was not my plan to record this today or this message, but for various reasons, I changed the episode for today, and here you are. So on that note, the focus today is going to be the 12 characteristics of a confident woman. This is not an exhaustive list. This is not a definitive be-all, end-all list, but this is a list that I want to share with you over my many, many years of working with women all over the world. I've worked and traveled 44 countries so far. I have been in business for over 35 years, in corporate as well as for myself the last 20 odd years. And I can tell you that these characteristics are common ground, common denominators to confident women. Now, confidence is, remember, it is self-trust. Confidence is rooted in the Latin word fidere, which means trust. So self-confidence is self-trust. That means on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being excellent, ready to get onto the cover of Vogue, how much do I trust myself to go out and apply for that job, to launch that business, to write that book, to say yes to that date or yes to that social invitation? That is what self-confidence is. It is not the same as self-esteem. And again, catch my first episode if you want to hear exactly what that is. I talk about it in the second one as well. They're very different, but they are a powerful duo in partnership. Self-confidence is a muscle that you build, and there are various things that help you to boost your confidence. Some of them are instant. Wearing red lipstick is an instant confidence booster. If you don't do it yet, go to your department store and go and sit with a consultant and have her help you to find the right red. Now remember, style is subjective, beauty is subjective. It's like going to talk to an interior decorator and saying, what decor goes best in this room? Is it swags and tails on the windows? Is it Roman blinds? Do I need brighter, bolder cushions? What kind of... You're going to get a different opinion there as much as you would talking to a second interior decorator. In the same way, if you talk to a stylist, an image consultant, a fashion designer, you're never going to get the same answer. But there are some very basic things, foundations to fashion that you can use as guidelines that will absolutely help you along the way. Style is just a skill. Nobody is born a fashionista. Nobody. There is one exception on the planet, but nobody was born this way either. It's just been passed down from generations. The Italians are the best dressed nation on the planet, hands down. But there were some men and women generations ago that didn't know how to do it. In fact, I don't know. Maybe they are God's chosen best dressed nation. I believe that might even just be the case. Okay, so let's talk about the 12 characteristics of a confident woman. And I'm not going to have you wait for the most important one to be number 12. You're here today, and I want to bless you with what I believe in my experience, in my personal life, as well as with all the amazing women that I have worked with over all of these years. That this is this is the anchor. This is the number one most glaring, obvious, powerful, and impactful, influential characteristic of a confident woman. It is rare. It is like a piece of a golden nugget at the bottom of that haystack where you were looking for the needle in the haystack, and it is under 1,000 haystacks, this tiny gold little nugget. And number one is she loves herself well. A confident woman has experienced enough in life to learn that to be confident, to be authentic, to get up, dress up, and go after the life that she wants to live, she better damn well be her own best cheerleader. She knows that she can no longer be her own worst critic, that she must become her greatest encourager, her greatest supporter, her greatest cheerleader, that she must fall in love with the woman in the mirror. That was one of my most powerful and valuable lessons in life in my, so far, short little 52 years. I'm only just past the halfway line. I'm young. I've got a lot of love to give and a lot of life to live. A confident woman loves herself. She trusts herself. She knows that she's going to screw up. She knows that she is going to fall on her face and make mistakes, but she will love herself through it. She knows that her commitment to herself, to believe in herself, to love herself, through all of her strengths and her flaws and her mistakes and her successes, that if she is her number one lover of herself, then that produces a high level of confidence. Confident women love themselves. They back themselves. They don't just go around walking around saying, I'm a boss babe, I'm a badass, I'm a princess, fix my crown. No, because it's easy to quote scripture, is it not? It's easy to have daily affirmations that don't really ring true in your heart and your mind. Only you know this about you. Only you know really how much you love the woman in the mirror. And I'm speaking as somebody who used to hate the woman in the mirror. With an abusive background on every level, sexually, physically, emotionally, I grew up in 7 or 8 different homes in the first 13 years of my life. I knew you tell a kid something often enough and she's going to believe you. I hated what I saw in the mirror because I believed what they said, that I was a burden, that I was a mistake. Clearly nobody wants me because isn't this your 5th home? Isn't this your 7th home? Isn't this the 8th guardian setup that you've had? I was always the new kid on the block, and you know how that feels? That is like one of the biggest confidence smashes on the planet, is to always be the new kid on the block. It does produce resilience and an amazing set of skills that most people don't have. But let me tell you something, we're not designed to move like that. We're not designed to be uprooted all the time, every 6 months, every 12 months. It's not healthy. And if you have lived that life and it's been great for you, then, whatever blows your hair back, I'm happy for you. I have moved 74 times in 52 years for all kinds of different reasons. It's not as it was designed to be. We are designed for connection, for community, for conversation, and for color, by the way. And if you keep on uprooting yourself from that community, or somebody else keeps uprooting you, it's going to uproot your confidence. It's going to unsettle the foundation of your being, which is your self-esteem. So back to loving yourself. You, my friend, need to make this commitment. It is Tuesday today. You get to choose every day whether you are going to stay stuck where you are, or whether you are going to take something that you've heard and go, oh my gosh, this is brilliant. I know this to be the truth. You can either act on it and commit to it. There's one thing today. Or you can share it with your friends and go and post on your social media and say, oh, this is what I heard, and not act on it and stay stuck. That's just stupid. Why would you do that? Don't do that, okay? Don't do that. So, to love yourself is the best step that you can take toward being a confident woman. Is it easy? Hell no. Is it simple? Oh, yes, it is. It is a decision. You've made hard decisions in your life before, and you've overcome them far sooner than you thought that you might. And it's made you a better, stronger person. It's made you more beautiful, right? This thing is going to make you beautiful. This thing will soften you. This decision that I hope that you will make today, to love yourself, to love the woman in the mirror, is the very anchor at the very core, at the very heart of your spirit of beauty. It is an authentic decision, and everyone's talking about authenticity today. Authenticity just means trustworthy. Is she authentic? She's trustworthy. And talking about trustworthy, we have no business teaching, motivating, inspiring, leading others, especially women, if we criticize the woman in the mirror. I'm going to say that again. You have no business leading, inspiring, teaching, motivating, raising up others, especially women, if you are critical of the woman in the mirror. It's not authentic, and it's going to catch up to you. I had to learn this the hard way. Okay, you cannot give, speak, and act and behave from a place that is not real from inside of you. So you might be walking around like a boss babe and a badass and quoting all kinds of things that make you sound amazingly confident and inspiring. Does it ring true to the core of your heart? Is it genuine in the depths of the dark when nobody else is around, when you are going to bed and you're lying in bed and there's nobody else around and you've got just you and your thoughts and your mind and your heart? Do you really love the woman in the mirror? Is she really the boss babe, the badass that you say that she is? Are you for her? Do you believe in her? Do you love her? Do you like her? This conversation chokes me up. It took me practically my whole life to get to loving the woman in the mirror. And I was in my early 40s, so maybe a decade ago, and I got to my knees. I'm like, I'm done. I'm so done. I'm so done hating the woman in the mirror. I used to hate my own name, Linda, which I think is actually such a beautiful name today. It's a pretty name. I love it. Even my little girl said to me the other day in the car, out of the blue, she said, Mom, I love the name Linda. I'm like, thanks, my girl. So do I. She said, but it only belongs on you. I don't know somebody else it would suit. I'm like, oh my gosh, my girl, you just reached right into my heart. I used to hate my own name. So much did I hate who I was, whose I was, and the life that I had lived, the abuse that I had endured, the shame that brought upon my body and my beauty and what I saw in the mirror. So today, I do love the woman in the mirror. Does she sometimes frustrate me? Oh my gosh. Sometimes the things that come out my mouth, and then 5 minutes later, I'm like, Linda, geez, girl, you really, really, we should know better by now. But you know what? I extend grace to her. And then I say, listen, kid, I know. Yes, I talk to myself. So do you. So does everybody. Some of us are just louder about it. And I'm like, okay, kid, you did your best. And I know how you're feeling. And I have this conversation with myself. And I do my best to give myself grace. It's not easy to undo a lifetime of criticism and self-criticism. But let me tell you something. It's so important for you to give yourself grace. Because if you are hard on yourself, let me tell you something. You'll be hard on others as well. If you are very self-critical, you'll be very critical of others. Criticism is a spirit that is not satisfied with just you. It is a hungry, greedy monster that will take in everybody around you, especially those closest to you. So, my friend, where are you right now? What are you facing? Where do you live? How old are you? What do you do for a living? And everybody works, by the way, whether you are a homeschooling mom, whether you are retired, maybe you're retired, you have more leisure time. But if you clean your house, if you get up, dress up, if you run errands, there's a little bit of work involved in that. Maybe you run a business. Maybe you are in corporate. Maybe you're a project manager, an engineer, a nurse. It doesn't matter what you do for a living. What matters is that you stop this life that you've been living thus far to make sure that you love the woman in the mirror. And I can tell you right now that most women don't. There are one or two, and they are a rare breed, who genuinely, truly love what they see in the mirror, top to toe, and I mean body as well. To be able to say, I love my body and mean it, is something we do in my coaching program. By the way, if you haven't joined us there, it's free, school.com/skool.com/Linda Page. Join the conversation. You get a $300 Kickstart Your Closet short online course as you come in the front door. We are building a community of like-minded women who are done dressing down and blending into the background, done feeling frumpy and frustrated, done with what the world says about our butt, our boobs, and our upper arms, and we are donning our swimsuit and our beautiful scarlet and white and purple robes and linens and silks, and we are getting up, dressing up, and shining our light. I invite you to join us. Come and meet these women. They are amazing women from all walks of life. At school.com, SKOOL. It's the cool school. It's where we break some fashion rules, because is it in fashion? According to whom? Can I wear shoulder pads? According to whom? Can I wear white after Labor Day? Oh my gosh, really? Come on, that conversation is long over. Fashion is a powerful vehicle. It will take you places, it will open doors, and it is a vehicle that is supposed to bring you fun, and it is one of the most powerful confidence boosters. Red bean right up there. So, loving the woman in the mirror. All you got to do is make a decision today. You don't have to figure it out. You can come and join me. I had to figure it out by myself, okay? Just me and my God. I'm like, you got to show me the way, because I'm done. I just don't know how to do this anymore. And I'm done hating the woman in the mirror. I will show you how. I'll take you by the hand. And in your own pace, in your own way, come and join this rising revolution. I heard this at an AI conference in March 24. It was a man who said, and he was talking about aesthetics around technology, and he said, beauty is coming back and she will have her vengeance. I'm like, oh my gosh, he doesn't even know what he's saying to a woman. By that, I mean, he doesn't even know the value, the power of what he just said to a woman's ears, in a woman's ears. My friend, your spirit of beauty is coming back and she will have her vengeance. No more will you dim your light. No more will you apologize for your boldness, your beauty, your ambition. No more will you dim it down just to fit into somebody else's opinion of who you should be and how you should speak and what you should be doing with your life and what you shouldn't be doing. Those people who coach from the couch, don't get away from them, run away from them. There's two kinds of people. I talk about this often in email. Those who have a growth mindset, who invest in themselves and understand the power of coaching and training, because that brings accountability and community and powerful mentorship. And those who don't, who coach from the couch, who've never taken risks, who never really put themselves out there, put their neck on the block, deal with all the criticism and the feedback and the judgment that comes your way when you do rise up and do something powerful and meaningful. Those are the people you do not want to hang out with. You've got to cull your social landscape like you cull your closet, my friend. That is in another episode, and we will cover it again. in a few weeks' time. You have got to be intentional about what is in your wardrobe and that which lands on your body. And you have got to be intentional about who you're doing life with, because those two things are some of the most powerful confidence boosters or confidence killers on the planet. So today, this being your Tuesday, just make a decision. I am going to love the woman in the mirror. I don't know how. I don't know what the first step is. I don't know how I'm going to feel about it. But I'm not alone, and I'm going to get in on this community, and I'm just going to check it out, and I'm going to see, because taking action to joining us at school.com is a step in the right direction. It's a step in heeding the message that you're hearing to love yourself well. Everything that's in front of you, all the dreams and hopes that you have in your heart, all the goals, the ambitions, the desires that you know are on your bucket list, comes down to this one thing. You have got to learn to love the woman in the mirror. And the more you do it, the better you'll get at it, the stronger you'll be, the more fun will start flowing from the freedom of your heart, as well as fun with fashion in your closet. All kinds of doors will open for you. Just make this decision today. It's Tuesday. And say, I choose today to fall in love with the woman in the mirror. Pause it right now and say this. I will love the woman in the mirror. I choose to love the woman in the mirror. And then join us at school.com. It's completely free. You can stay there and never do anything else, and you will be radically impacted in the right direction. All right, that is characteristic number 1. Characteristic number 2, which is right on the back of number 1. A confident woman takes action. She doesn't just talk a good talk. She takes action. She is not a perfectionist. It is not a good thing to be a perfectionist. Perfectionists do not take action. Why? Because they're shit scared of making a mistake. They're petrified of looking like idiots. They're petrified and terrified of judgment, of the fear of criticism and rejection. And so they won't. So they perfect what they're doing, whether it's their body or their beauty or their outfit or their business or their whatever, or their children. They perfect it to such an extent that they will procrastinate, because perfectionists and procrastinators are good buddies, because they will not take action for fear of making a mistake, for fear of looking like a fool. To who? To the strangers out there that they will never meet. Isn't it crazy? We fear the opinion of others out there, but most of those others, the people's opinion, you will never meet them. Yet you fear judgment from them. You fear criticism from them. Why? You'll never damn well meet them again. Or if ever, right? Even the person at the grocery store, if you wear this beautiful hot pink tutu and high heels, and you fear the opinion of people that you may never ever see again. By the way, it's a good idea to wear a hot pink tutu to the grocery store with a cute little collared shirt tied up, maybe a button shirt tied up in a knot in front, and some high heels, or maybe even some cute little white tennis shoes. You go, you blow your hair back and do that thing. I think that's a fantastic thing to do. I've done many of those things. Haven't done the tutu in the grocery store yet, but I have done a tutu elsewhere. I've done a hot pink tutu to the opera in Texas one time, and I've done it on a fashion shoot, and I've done it at a conference, and a tutu is a lot of fun. Okay, so taking action will separate you from those who just talk a good talk. Taking action is the only thing standing between your status quo and a confident, bold, beautiful tomorrow. There's nothing else. Prayer is powerful, but the good book says that faith without action is dead, right? So you can pray all day, friend. You can pray, send them all up. But there comes a time when God says, I hear you knocking on my door every day. I hear you. Now here's what you need to go and do. And he will have told you what to do. Are you doing it? Or are you sitting waiting for something else that might sound a little easier and a little less scary for him to give you? No. You want a husband? Get out there and get online and get dating. You want to launch a business? Get out there, learn how to do it, invest in yourself, get some training and coaching, and go and launch it. Will it succeed? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Chances are it will flop. Chances are it might not. Chances are it might fly. You want to go and be more sociable and get out there and build a better network of friends? Learn how to get up, dress up, and go out there and communicate some confidence, and learn how to be interesting, and learn how to start conversation. By the way, fashion is a powerful connector. If you are lacking confidence in how to start conversations at networking events or business events or conferences or just social occasions, fashion, here's a nugget. Fashion is a powerful connector. Look for something to complement the other person on. Right? So be careful if you're a woman and he's male, and especially if he's married and his wife is standing next to him. Don't start telling him how gorgeous he looks, because it might come across in the wrong way. However, nothing wrong with complimenting male to female and vice versa when the motivation is good. The motivation is always the important thing. But when it comes to women on women, look for something to compliment her on. It's easy. Every single woman has something that you can compliment her on. So back to action. Characteristic number 2. Take action, my friend. Take action. What is the worst that can happen? You can fall on your face. You can screw up. You can make a mistake. You might lose some money. You might lose face. You might lose a bit of... But you know what you're going to gain? Far more than that which you lose. You're going to gain experience and lessons, valuable lessons, that you can never replace with just talking the talk. You can never replace it with somebody else's experience. You can never replace that valuable experience, that feeling, those lessons, those, oh my gosh, I will never forget the time when, the mistake that you made. And by the way, the expensive lessons are usually the ones that pay as well. The expensive lessons we don't forget, and we don't make them again. Every mistake is a step closer to getting what you want. Every bad date is a step closer to Mr. Right. I'm telling you, if I was single, I'd be online dating. There's no doubt about it. I would be paying good money to a high quality, personalized, very customized online dating service where I know you send me matches, they better damn well be within my remit. And by the way, if that's you, if you're looking for someone, you better damn well be dressing in a way that is going to catch the eye of the man that you want to attract. So many times I've got women who say, I just don't know why I'm attracting the wrong man. And then I have a look at what they're wearing. Or if they're not online, I say to them, tell me what you're wearing day to day. My college t-shirt, those yoga pants, and I'm not going to, be a Barbie doll, so I'm not going to do my hair, and who I am is he must just take it or leave it, and he's leaving it, honey. The ones who make no effort themselves, those ones that you're attracting, you're attracting them because what they see on the outside. I'm telling you, I even thought one time about setting up my own dating agency. I might still do it sometime because it is very, very powerful. It's very important that you take action in the direction of your goals. You get one life, one shot. This is not a rehearsal. What are you waiting for? Get off the fence. The fence is the devil's playground. The fence is where you will find doubt and indecision and fear and perfectionism and procrastination. So, a confident woman, characteristic number 2, she takes action. She is okay with the fact that she might make a mistake. It is a better alternative for her than the option which is to do nothing, take no action, stay on the bench and not in the game of life, and just see life passing her by. One game, one play, one player at a time. That is a shocking and sad situation. You are not a spectator, my friend. You are a player in this life. How do I know? Because you've been gifted the breath of life every morning that you wake up. What are you doing with it? Take action. Don't fear making mistakes. Mistakes are essential for that which you want to achieve in life, in business, in romance, in marriage, in parenting, in fun, in mastery. Mistakes are essential. They are unavoidable. If you want to avoid them, you're going to avoid life. You're going to avoid every single opportunity that you have to get out there. So again, take a little nugget from me on the fashion factor. Fashion and personal style, powerful personal style, communicates confidence. The world is looking for confident women to do life with and to do business with, right? So get up, dress up, and learn how to dress on the outside in a way that reflects the woman on the inside. When you are wearing that tacky-tracky and that old t-shirt and you're slopping in and out of the same outfit every single day, no effort with your hair, your makeup, or even having a shower about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, some of you for days at a time. Did you know that the pajama pandemic is over? Did anybody tell you? Oh my gosh. Come on now. By dressing that way, you are saying, I have no excellence, no attention to detail. I don't have much self-respect. I don't really care about how I look. But the man I'm looking for, he must be independent, successful, confident. He must have a good sense of humor. He must be adventurous. He must be financially successful. And he must be in shape, and he must be good looking. No wonder you're not attracting the kind of man that you want to attract. Come on now. Come and join us, and I can teach you how to dress to connect. I have so many clients who go from single to no longer single because of this one thing. Fashion is the Ferrari in your closet. Okay, so characteristic number 2 is confident women take action. They take action. Obviously, be discerning about who you're taking action with, how you're doing it, what time or money or resources you're going to invest in it. But take action and take a small step. Take the first step toward that which you want to do. That's it. That's all you got to do every day is just take one step forward. The third thing that a confident woman does, that I've seen all confident women who are truly confident from the inside out, is that she smiles often. She smiles and often. So now smiling is just a skill you can learn, right? Like you can smile. I can talk the whole way through and have a big smile on my dial, and I get, or maybe you've been trained to do that on the phone. You definitely can hear a smile on the phone every now and again, but it's weird to just smile the whole time. It's not trustworthy because surely anyway, our cheeks are going to get sore. I mean, maybe when you're, watching and it's good for, look there, that's good. That's a good look. Except that's not how we smile. It doesn't push all of our wrinkles to the side. That Botox does that. So maybe you're at a comic show or something and you're laughing a lot. And, it's unusual to smile the whole way through a conversation, the whole way through lunch. But it's also not natural not to smile. And some of us, and that includes me, need to be careful about how we come across. I hate that term, resting bitch face. I hate it. I really do. And when I talk about, your face and your look when you're concentrating or you're just being yourself, whoever came up with that, man, I hate that. I hear it every now and again. I'm like, let's come up with something else. I'm going to have to come up with, resting natural face or something. But you have to have a look at what is your natural stance with your body and your face and your hands and your posture and everything when you are yourself and you are relaxed. What does that look like? What do you look like when you are concentrating? Me, for years, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's why I got such heavy frowlines is when I concentrate, I frown. Now look, if you've got me on video right now, this is funny because you're going to have to, if you're not on video, you're going to want to find me on video. This is me frowning, okay? Why? Because I had Botox a couple of months ago. I had Botox for the first time for my 50th birthday. I didn't say I ever would. I didn't say I ever wouldn't. I'm up for trying things in life, within reason, of course, within my value and belief systems and my principles. And Botox, wow, it makes a difference. I mean, mine is pretty much worn off. I'm trying to get close to the camera. If you're watching me on camera, I can lift. There's that because I only had them down here. But to frown, that's me frowning. It's starting to come back, but I have to, my nose gets involved now because, and when I first had it when I was 50 and I was having an argument with my husband a while, maybe a few days later, and I said to him, just so you know, I'm frowning right now, like I'm really mad with you right now. It may not look like it, but I am. And it's quite funny. It can just diffuse an argument. But a confident woman smiles because she's taking the time. Why? To do what? Oh, to go back to number 1, which is to learn how to love the woman in the mirror. And it softens her. It slows her down. It gets her off this hamster wheel of having to be everything for everyone, control everything and everyone. It has stopped the problem of her taking care of everybody else, from her kids to her marriage, to her home, to her business, to her community, to church. And it's made her learn the value of taking care of herself. It's biblical. Love your neighbor as yourself. In other words, love yourself well first. Then love your neighbor, your kids, your marriage, your community, your colleagues well. Okay, it's biblical. It also is on the airplane, whether you believe in God or not. They say, hey, if we're going to go down and crash, put your mask on first before you help others. There's a reason for that, okay? You are stronger, better, and more focused and more able to help others when you love and help yourself first. We are designed that way. There's the recipe. There's a blueprint. You can try your own way, but it hasn't worked for me. Just follow the blueprint. Love yourself. So a confident woman smiles. She has learned to get off her own hamster wheel and to take time and make time for the woman in the mirror. And that doesn't mean this modern concept of self-care. It's just love your neighbor as yourself. It's biblical. It's an actual call to action. So she smiles because now she's had time for herself. Now she has prioritized herself to get up, dress up. She has a simple get up, dress up routine in the morning that helps her to position and to empower herself for a powerful, productive, beautiful day. You know what it's like when you're on the back foot, right? As a mother or a woman or a businesswoman, when you're on the back foot and you haven't started your day, your morning properly, and things come your way from kids to business to problems to clients to all kinds of things, you don't handle it as well as when you do, when you get up, dress up, and you put your best foot forward. You know that. Fashion is empowering. It's equipping. It's not just to make you feel pretty, although it does that as well. And you, by the way, are designed and you deserve just to look pretty. Fashion is not fickle and looking good is not vain. There is the evidence abounds, the science behind and clothes cognition and everything, and biblical, beautiful biblical scriptural evidence that you are called to arise and shine, that you are splendid and majestic, that you are awesomely and wondrously made, that you are the apple of his eye, that you are a royal priesthood, a set apart nation. Come on. We're going to have a more detailed faith and fashion episode soon. I'll touch on it here and there, but I'm going to have a dedicated hour of let's just see exactly whether God does care about what we wear. And I'm going to give you scripture upon scripture upon scripture as evidence for you to go, oh my gosh. You better ask yourself, is my pastor leading or misleading me when it comes to my beauty? Because let me tell you something. From a religious, not a faith, from a religious point of view, I have been more misled than led in this area, where I have literally been told in church, your body is just a shell. How you dress it doesn't matter, and what counts is your soul, and that's it. I'm like, that is not what my Bible says. Okay, so that's another conversation for another episode. A confident woman smiles. And let me talk about smiling for a minute in terms of, I think I have some lipstick on my teeth. I did blot. By the way, you have to blot when you do your lipstick. I know you know that, but sometimes 2 or 3 times. And sometimes you just take a little tissue like this, and you do that. Or you can use your finger. But do check every now and again, okay? And have the girl's back, all right? So be a girl that has a girl's back and say, hey, just, check that she hasn't got spinach in her teeth or red lipstick on her teeth. Because I've been around a lot of women. I walk in and there's this woman who has been at the table around 5 or 6 other people chatting, and nobody's told her the whole time that they've been there half an hour ahead of me, nobody's told her she's got like red lipstick all over her teeth. So, and people are taking photos. Come on, man. You want to do it discreetly, but sometimes, you also want to just do that. And if it's not possible, you say, listen, love, I know there's lots of photos being taken here. You need to just, And the women have gone, thank you so much, Linda. Oh my gosh, I've been talking for half an hour already. So be there for the girls. But when it comes to smiling, I really, really, really understand the pain of not having good teeth and the gratitude and the blessing and the privilege of having pretty decent teeth. Most of these are not mine. I have got 7 implants. I lost 11 teeth since a young age. All kinds of reasons for that. And I eventually saved up for very expensive cosmetic dental surgery when we were living in the UK. So it was actually in Harrogate, up north in England. A lot of money to fix my teeth, because one of the things that will knock your confidence is having really bad teeth. And some of us just have had that challenge and some don't. And that's absolutely fine. That is just the way that it is. So if you have struggles around smiling because of your teeth, I remember the painful days of doing this and smiling, or when I'm laughing, always covering my mouth. Now that is not trustworthy. That is body language that's over and over, just hiding your mouth. And it also shows a lack of confidence. It's not a good message. It's not a good way to live. Save the money, make the money, find the money, and invest in yourself. There is nothing wrong with you deciding to fix your teeth. There is nothing wrong with you creating a vision for a beautiful hairstyle and investing in that. There is nothing wrong with you having a breast reduction. I've had a breast reduction. Maybe you've had a boob job in the other direction. It is your body. It's your decision. You pray to your creator, and that is your personal decision. Nobody can tell you what to do with your body. It is your body. I'm talking about adults, of course. I'm not talking about children. You take care of your body. You love your body. You build up your confidence in a way that's going to help you to add value to your corner of the world. Because when you're confident, you can help far more people than when you're not. People with low self-esteem have a regrettable tendency to just focus on themselves. They've got blinkers on and it's all about them. Why? Because everything that happens in the world, everything that is said or done must be about them or against them, or because they've got such low self-esteem. People with high self-esteem have no blinkers on, and they can actually very easily daily focus on others because they are relaxed. They know who they are, they're confident, they build their confidence up on a regular basis, and they are relaxed, approachable, easy people to do life with. So if you need to invest in your teeth, you do that. Have a discussion with your husband or with whoever, your finance coach or whatever it is, and or with yourself over a cup of coffee, put pen to paper and work out. And do some proper research. Make sure that you get a referral. You've got to do your online research for reviews online. And I don't mean 2 or 3, I mean 40, 50, 60 reviews. And then you want at least 1 or 2 personal referrals where, when you see a woman who's got an amazing haircut and you ask her who does her hair, that's a great referral. In the same way, someone that might have beautiful teeth, where did she go? Or where did he go? Especially someone who had bad teeth like I did before. I referred people to my cosmetic dentist many times over because now I smile, and it took a long time, right? When you spend almost 40 years not smiling because of bad teeth, it doesn't come naturally to suddenly smile. But these days, I smile wide, and I'm really grateful. The bottom, I've still got problems, with the bottom and issues, and I've still got to maintain. But I'm telling you what, it's life-changing to be able to smile without hiding my mouth. It's an absolute gift. It's why so many people burst into tears in the dentist chair, just as I did. That was even when my fake ones were put in, just between when the implants went in. I saw the fake ones go over and I started crying. It's the most beautiful gift. And if you've got good teeth, be like, you blessed, man. You're so blessed, you have no idea. You better damn well be smiling a lot and wide. All right, and then there is a fourth one that I'm going to share with you, and we're going to wrap up there in terms of the characteristics of confident women. And the fourth one is that she is ambitious. A confident woman is ambitious. She knows that she is designed for more, that there is more, she wants more, and she will go for more. And again, there's this regrettable religious teaching out there that I've come across so often that is, you should be grateful, Jane, for everything that you have. You've got an amazing husband who adores you. You've got 2 beautiful kids. You've got a great career. You go to gym. You're in great shape. You should be grateful. Like, why do you want this other thing? Listen, you can be grateful for everything that you have, and you can want more. The two are not mutually exclusive. They run very much in parallel in life. Think about it. Whenever you're unsure about something, or at least this is what I do, go back to the original design. I believe that the creator of the universe created me. Maybe you have a different belief, and that's okay. Whatever you believe about your creation is your prerogative. But you must have a source somewhere, because you didn't design yourself and this whole world, right? So it's not you. So something or someone designed you. And so I go back to, well, hang on a second. Are we created for more? We were babies totally dependent on, someone to feed us and take care of us. But then we started crawling. Then we started walking. Then we started running. Then we started climbing trees. We started racing. We started cycling. We started skydiving and bungee jumping. There is always more, and it's this natural thing. And by the way, you also want it, maybe not for yourself, but there is a spirit of excellence inside of you that really respects and recognizes the spirit of excellence inside of others. It's true for a woman who walks in, or a guy who walks in to a room who is well dressed, well put together, looks confident and is smiling, and instantly, you have more respect for a person who is in good shape and looks healthy and strong, because you know that they've worked hard to get there. You know that there's some self-discipline. You know that they've obviously learned how to dress well and accessorize and finish off an outfit, and they look amazing. You have respect for that. In the same way, it's why you love watching the Super Bowl or the Wimbledon tennis or the Olympics, because you really respect and admire a level of excellence that shows just how much the human spirit can achieve, how much the human body can achieve. So it is inherent in you to want more, even if it's through others, even if it's through respecting, admiring, and cheering them on. You are designed for more. So if you're in a beautiful life right now and you're ambitious, that is a characteristic of a confident woman. And don't you dare apologize for it. As long as you don't go out to hurt somebody else to put yourself forward or elevate yourself, then the only person you should be competing with is yourself. And this whole comparison, the C disease that I talk about, is this comparison is, I'm going to say something that often ruffles feathers. And if you know me, I don't mind ruffling feathers. I don't do it to be contrarian. I do it because I have tried it both ways. I have tested it. I have studied it. I have tried. If you are in a commercial or a corporate or a business environment, and as a woman, you're comparing yourself to what men do and what they earn and what they listen, you are wasting your time. You are wasting your time. Why don't you be true to you and true to the company that hired you? Why don't you get up, dress up, come and put your best foot forward, add massive value, solve big problems, bring your creativity, your excellence, and your genius self? Why don't you come and bring all of that to the company? And I can guarantee you this. You won't have to compare yourself to anybody. You will be well compensated for that which you are bringing to the table. If you're not being well compensated, maybe you're with the wrong company. Maybe you're in the wrong position. That's for you to ask and figure out. But I can tell you this, a good employer, a good company is going to highly respect, appreciate, and compensate a woman who brings an amazing level of value. I speak as a business owner and as an employer. It is the freaking hardest thing on the planet to find good people, trustworthy people who are committed to the vision, who don't bring dissension within the company, and who don't gossip about the boss, and who just come in and do a damn good job. They are a rare breed. I would pay them 3 times as somebody else that is just checking in and checking out and doing a minimum 9 to 5, because they are everywhere to be found. Look left and right, you'll find those people. And they will use you. They will take your money, they'll take your paycheck, and they will steal your time, and they will steal from you through not doing what you hired them to do. They are everywhere to be found. So you be the kind of person that business owners like me and other people are looking for. We've got someone coming back to our company soon, and we created a position for her. Why? Because in the short time that she worked for us, in the short time that it was a short contract, an agreed period, she brought such value, such excellence, such a spirit of diligence and unbelievable level of commitment to our company that when she left, and we knew she was leaving, and she was sad as well. And we said, if ever things change your side, let us know. Well, guess what? They changed her side. We created a position for her, and she's coming back in August. We are currently now in July 2024. I can't wait, because we are soon going to have a team where I know without a shadow of a doubt that every single person on the team is genuine, trustworthy, sold out for the mission, cares about our clients, cares about the work that we're doing, actually genuinely has a heart for what we're doing. And so to be an ambitious woman is a characteristic of a confident woman. Don't you be competing with those to your left or right. Picture it. Have a look at the athletes who are in their lane, the swimmers in their lane, the professionals who are competing in sports out there. They don't look to the left or the right. They look straight ahead at the goal, and they compete with their own last personal best. Are they looking to beat the person next to them? Of course. But that happens as a natural result of them competing with their own personal best. And then by process of elimination, they just put a huge gap between themselves and number 2 and number 3. So I am going to wrap it up there, my lovely. In summary, the first 4 characteristics are: she loves herself well. Number 2, she takes action. She gets off the fence, off the bench, and she gets back in the game of life. Number 3, she smiles often. And number 4, she's ambitious. She wants more, and she knows that she is designed for more. I'm going to wrap it up there. I hope that you have an awesome Tuesday. Choose today to fall in love with the woman in the mirror. Choose today to come and join our community at school.com/Linda Page. That's SKOOL.com. It is a place where we are arising and shining, where we are building something beautiful around our spirit of beauty and the return of beauty. We are loving our bodies. We are loving ourselves. We are taking action in the direction of our identity. We are sharing our fashion finds. We're talking about boobs and bras and bellies and bikinis, right through to red lipstick, as well as how do I write that book? Where do I get the confidence? What is going to build up my confidence? Let me help you, my friend. I come from being the queen of low self-esteem and zero, and I mean zero confidence. And today, I'm happy to say I have kick-ass confidence, and I do love the woman in the mirror. I love you. I bless you. I hope that you have a wonderful day ahead of you, and make the decision to love the woman in the mirror, because you are called to get up, dress up, and be a bold light on a hill. Thank you for joining me today.